my name is Elizabeth Millwood, and in this presentation, I would like to contribute my views on why I believe that the system works mostly for the majority while majorly failing the minorities. My understanding is influenced by those who volunteered to be interviewed by me for my observations, which will be discussed in the following slides. I would like to kind of provide you with a sort of blueprint to give you an idea of what will be discussed. And I will admit, because admitting is the first step, that I did not know much about issues regarding immigration or the inequalities of different races. These are some issues that also affect the student's performance in a classroom. America is made up of many different cultures and different races. Most citizens are born in the States, and others come from other places. But for years, the subject of immigration has been a touchy subject due to politics and which president would better handle this issue. So for my first observation, I chose to gain more insight into the reality of immigration and its effect on student education. I had interviewed a coworker of mine who was influenced by Spanish culture and asked her if she could enlighten me on the subject. She explained to me that people come to America to escape violence and poverty for a better life with opportunities. Part of the issue is how they arrive and the challenges that they face while trying to navigate life in a different country, especially if you don't speak the language. But to begin, we'll start with the process of applying for a visa. It was explained to me that applying for a visa is a lengthy process and that you would need a sponsor for petition, which most of the time would be a family member sponsoring for you. If the petition is approved, you would wait for an available visa. And after that, you apply for a green card, meet an interviewer, and again, wait for a decision to be made on your application. Now, since there are millions of petitions, and if your sponsor holds a visa, their sponsorship becomes less of a priority. This application process can take anywhere from months to years for someone to become a U.S. citizen. She explained to me that people would also pay human smugglers to take them across the border. And you would have to walk through the desert and cross rivers to meet up with these smugglers to get you to somewhere in Texas or New Mexico. And then once you're there, you call someone to come and pick you up. What makes this dangerous is the risk of encountering wild animals like coyotes, wild dogs, or even rattlesnakes. And since you're walking, you're also facing the risk of dehydration and hypothermia, aside from being caught by border control. But once you make it, legally or not, immigrants are provided with the least amount of support of what should be basic necessities such as education, healthcare, employment, and housing. Immigrants are faced with more challenges being in a foreign country and not understanding the language or customs or given the same opportunities compared to U.S.-born citizens. One of the biggest issues that an immigrant student can face is communication. My coworker had also provided me with an example of when her in-laws had to take additional classes to learn English. She believed that this took time away from the teacher who taught other subjects such as math or science. How can a teacher teach science and find time to effectively teach English to a foreign student? Sometimes the school system fails by just giving the student a pass. A few solutions would be that schools should hire more bilingual teachers so that foreign students' needs may be met. It would make more sense to hire a teacher who is, for example, fluent in Spanish than someone who has never had to have a conversation in another language before. And at the same time, these teachers could be teaching other languages as well.